Is it the right time? That's something that I hear all the time. Oh, I'm going on a vacation. Oh, I am doing this. Oh, I need to wait until my business is here. Oh, I need to wait until there. Listen, at the end of the day, our decisions, making the right decisions, which many of the times are scary, at the right time is what makes a business successful. I hear it all the time inside of people applying for the relevancy engine or Project Nuclear or our other programs and making sure that it's the right time. So how do you know if it is the actual right time? Well, there's a piece here that you got to realize that quite literally is fair, right? There's a fear that something's not going to work. There's a fear that something is not going to be the way that we envision it. There is an expectation that something is going to be this way or that way or whatever way you envision it inside of your mind. Now, what I've learned is that when you are making decisions, the last thing you want is to make a decision based upon what's going to happen in the next month. What you really need to realize is that the decisions that you make now change the entire parts of your entire life. That means that it's not just changing the next 90 days. It's not just changing the next year. It is changing the next 40, 50, 60 years of your life and all the impact that you're going to have, your family, your legacy. Right? So whenever I'm looking at any way that we're impacting anyone, I'm not just looking at the next 7 days, the next 30 days, the next year. I'm looking at the entire piece of it and then asking myself, is it worth taking a leap? Is it worth going out of my comfort zone? Is it worth being on the edge of where I'm willing to be to do something that I've never done before, even if I have trauma from the past because I didn't make the right decisions? Because again, if we live in the past. When I was $1 million in debt, for a long time, I anchored myself, I cuffed myself to this big, giant thing, right? And so I had all of this trauma around making financial decisions. Well, would I make the right decision? Would I do this right? Would I do that right? I see people all the time, their wife or their husband, they're afraid of what they'll think because they made another financial move that may or may not be the right one. They, are hard on themselves because they didn't make the right financial decision or the right decision at the right time. And we all know that entrepreneurship and having a successful business is making the right decisions at the right time that allows us to have the right outcome. So here's the thing. There's no right or wrong time for any decision. Our decisions are like the clouds. They're like, have you ever seen, I love it, Alan Watts talks about this. When you see a wave in the ocean, is there a wrong wave? Is there an incorrect way to have a wave in the ocean? No, of course not. Every wave is perfect. And what you have to realize is that there's no actual outcome that we're truly looking for in the destination of entrepreneurship. It is the process within. So the question becomes, is this experience, is this maybe mentorship, or is this piece that you are looking to jump or leap within, is that going to help you in the span of your journey be able to do it that much more effectively, that much better? And that's really what it comes back to, is being able to trust your own intuition, trusting yourself that you can be able to make it work. Because if you can't trust yourself, you can't trust anybody. If you're not willing to leap, then will others around you be willing to leap? These are the questions that enter my mind as I've made many decisions that have gotten me to where I am today. And so you can make all the wonderful stories that we say are excuses. We can always put it off. We can always wait for some outward scarcity. But as a great mentor of mine said, we have two choices in life. We have the choice of allowing the universe to put us in a corner, or we can choose which corner we are in. Which will you choose? So if you enjoyed this content and you want more of it, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And if you want other entrepreneurs just like you to be able to also access this information, this knowledge, make sure you go ahead and share it with someone that means the most to you. Remember, as entrepreneurs, it's our job to be able to help other entrepreneurs continue to elevate allowing us to evolve society and evolve our world. I'll see you next time. Bye.